Everyone knows the elytra is the best way to get around in modern Minecraft, but elytras are banned in my hardcore world. So what's the next best way of getting around? Horses, boats, pigs? How about minecarts? So in this episode, I'm going to be creating an intricate minecart system in my hardcore world to connect up all of my different locations. So sit back, relax, and subscribe, and let's get started. So to kickstart this episode, we need to build 2 different train stations, and the first one we're going to make is going to be over here in Whitebridge. And our second train station will be made over in the end portal. So those will be our 2 train stations before we start working on all the redstone and all the fancy contraptions on all that. I guess I gotta get out of here, huh? Here we are, back here in Whitebridge. So I think we're gonna make our train station building right over in this section here. I think it kind of fits well with like the town center kind of thing we got going on over here, the town square. And I think we're actually gonna make a real building for this one. So I kind of want to make it like a nice little like train platform with like a nice overhang, like a fancy roof, kind of like one of these ones, but fairly open design, and maybe like a big, like a railroad looking track in the middle between the 2 different platforms. And then we'll just have like a staircase going down on both sides, just because all the redstone and all the mechanics are definitely bigger than what I want it to be, like footprint wise. So I think it's wiser to push it all underground and still have all the functionality be underground, just so I have to dig out a room and all that jazz. But I still think it would be really cool to have a full building here. So I think we'll get started on that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the montage. Alright, we have finished our first train station for this episode, and here it is in all of its glory. I went with a nice little red roof with actually a little bit of a different design than all of these other ones. Kind of a similar slope to this roof right here, but a little bit shorter. But we went with like a staircase kind of little look to it, because it kind of adds some like jaggedness and maybe a bit more like tile kind of feel to it. Kind of a little similar to this one, but this one has a bit more of a checkerboard pattern, while this one has a bit more of like depth in it, I guess. But yeah, just a nice little red roof there with some mangrove wood and some netherrack, of course. Then we have our nice little train station dock platform up here. Nothing too crazy going on up here. I think it'd be really cool to build a train on these train tracks. Just kind of like parked right here. That might be really cool. A nice little detail, and all of this right here lines up underneath the bridge and goes, would go out in that direction or that direction. I think it'd be cool also in the future to have these tracks go out a little bit and kind of like go into a tunnel and kind of disappear into nothingness, just to give it a bit more context into the land. I think that would be really fun. But let's come down here to the actual train station. So we have our iconic copper flooring here. And then down here we have the same kind of tiled like bricks that we use for the town square, but we have them down here to kind of continue that theme down here, but we're using the tough variants. We have our control panel right here, our destination selector that will eventually be functional later in this episode. And then we have our little train dock right here, but then the classic style, keep it in theme with all the other stations. We got the deep slate, the weathered copper as like support beams, and then this direction and that direction being our nether portals. Although we only need 1, but it's more just for the aesthetic. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one overall. I guess I need to add lights to it. I haven't really thought about that. Alright, but we're going to take a little bit of a break from all of this building we're going to be doing this episode, because it's going to be a lot of building, a lot of infrastructure, so let's take a little break. I kind of want to explain how our train system is going to work now that I actually have redstone established. I can kind of show it off a bit more in a creative world. So let's hop over to my testing world. So here is the redstone for our destination selector. That's going to be in almost every station in our hardcore world. And it's a pretty simple numpad here. The wiring here looks a little complicated, but everything here is pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. So this is obviously all of the outputs from the numpad kind of correlated to their location up here and over here. And we have a little redstone line that drops 2 different items from these droppers here. And this first one is the destination itself. So we have yellow here, purple here, yada yada, continues. Then we have the cardinal direction ticket. Now we'll get into that a little bit later on what the purpose of the cardinal direction one is. But essentially both the items get shot out into this water stream, go all the way up, and they get put into this hopper that then is put into a minecart chest that's put right here. And then the minecart chest is sent off over here. This activates a little redstone dispenser right here to drop off a minecart, and also for the chest minecart to appear right here. So let's click green right here, and then the chest minecart spawns in. The items will flow right into it, and it'll be sent off over here. Minecart spawns. Our chest minecart has a south and a green. And then we hop in our minecart and we're sent right off to the races. And then we have a simple little return system for when we come into a station. And this essentially just drops us off. It takes us out of the minecart here with this activator rail. And it also destroys the 2 minecarts and puts them back into the system. So this little pink line right here returns the chest minecart back up to this hopper here. Just so we always have, a backlog of both the chest minecarts and the regular minecarts over here. So I can demonstrate that just a little bit right here. If we hop in and press this button, you can see we're dropped off. Both the things are sent off. The chest minecart goes through there, and you can hear the droppers go off. Boom. Our minecart is back in the system. So it's a pretty simple system. It's not too crazy. It's just a lot of wiring, and me doing this took me way too many hours because I'm not very good at redstone, but I figured it out. Now, to go into the cardinal direction and even the destination ticket, we come over here to the actual rail lines. And this redstone's a lot more complicated, but it's actually not too crazy. So in these first 2 hoppers, we have 2 different filters. And depending on the direction you come in, like it's either going left or going forward, because by default, you go right. If we had like a chest minecart here with the ticket that was like south, for example, and that correlates to like yellow. The filters don't quite line up, but essentially the yellow line here will filter it out. And when the chest minecart goes over these hoppers, it'll take out the yellow and it'll be like, oh, we need to turn yellow. So it'll turn all of these rails to point towards the yellow direction. So I can kind of showcase that in a second here. So I can demonstrate this right now. Look at that. The rails all turn to change direction, and then they reset after a few seconds to make sure there's plenty of time for me to go through on the minecart. And so this is like the main junction we're gonna have at like 0, 0. And then this is our T junction, which will determine if our destination is on, the right or the left or whatever. So when we come over the rail lines here, we go to the left and there's a little hopper filter, same thing, detecting if we have another yellow filter. So if I were to actually set up this minecart to have 2 yellow items in there and a minecart, we would actually turn toward the nether portal perfectly. So we follow our minecart, then all of these redirect and push us right to where we need to go. And it's kind of perfect, honestly. This is all the redstone, man. And it's all done. All I need to do is build it in Minecraft. Yippee! Redstone in survival. Not looking forward to it. All right, we're back in our hardcore world, and we need to move on over to... Why is this arrow so big? What the You guys see that? What? Why is it huge? All right, anyways, we need to move on over to the stronghold to work on the train station over there, because that one is going to be a lot easier to make. It's already underground. I don't need to do anything super fancy for it, because that one's going to be a big exception, because when you're going to the end, you have to take the end portal in the end back, and it's typically going to teleport me to my village, like either inside my base or just like on top of my mountain there. So that one's going to be interesting, because we're going to be sending a lot of minecarts into that system and never receiving them back. So that one we might have to destroy minecarts, but I'm not sure on how we'll do that exactly. Or maybe we'll make some sort of system that will return a bunch of minecarts in bulk. But let's head on over to the stronghold and start working on our build over there. All right, here we are in the stronghold, the end room right here. So I'm thinking pretty simple. We're going to dig out this back wall here, and we're just going to make the train station kind of just merge into this room. It should be about the same size. I might like do a little bit of remodeling inside here. So yeah, we're just gonna dig out this back wall here and make a nice and simple little train station, just like how we did on the other ones with like the little deep slate backdrop and the copper support beams. So let's get working on that. Cue the time lapse. All right, guys, here is the finished stronghold room for our train station. This is a little depot. I don't know if I really want to call this a full like train station because there's no like control panel or like destination panel. But yeah, it's like a little depot. I guess we'll call it the end depot. And I decided to pimp out the end frame a little bit more. I added like these little support beams and nice little staircase with a bunch of candles for lighting and like these little sandstone stuff to be like wax, you know, kind of dripping down from the candles. Always like that little detail. And the portal still links up to our regular portal, but eventually that will link up exclusively to our train station system above the nether roof. So let's head on back to our spawn. All right, so the next thing on our chopping block for our project here today is to actually place down all of the rails and the stone and the paths and all that stuff on the nether roof for our tracks to lay on, and then also like linking up all of our portals and making sure they're all good. And then we'll be working on all the redstone for the actual junctions. We'll do that first, and then we'll tackle all of the panels and the buttons for like the actual stations for our destination panel. So I guess let's start grabbing a bunch of stone here and let's get cranking on block placing. Yay, so invigorating, so freaking exciting. But I mean, we got to do it. No one else is going to do it. And I forgot I kind of broke this a little bit earlier. Yeah, let's go. All right, we've replaced all of our blocks and tore down the nether tunnel, and we have all of our stone and our rails laid out in the perfect fashion that it needs to be in. So we have like this little like spiral, like ninja star shape right here. This is our 0, 0. Well, technically this block's 0, 0, but I already built this massively long line that goes all the way over to the desert. So I opted to keep this line over remaking the whole line just to shift it over, you know, like 2 blocks. So this is our new 0, 0. Technically, it's 1, 1, I believe. But anyways, we actually have all of the redstone from that redstone testing world loaded up into Lightmatica. Ooh, looks scary. All of this redstone here needs to be placed by me. And also these rails here need to be placed very specifically, because if you kind of come down here and check it out with me, you can see that some of these torches are activated, which means they'll change the orientation of the rail. So I need to place these down very particularly, which hopefully won't be too much of a problem. But and I also made this little leaf platform here, so I can just place all the redstone down, no biggie, no problem. So yeah, I just gotta place down all this redstone. Oh, I gotta make some more crafters. I forgot about them, and some target blocks. Yeah, I think we're ready to start tackling the junction of the redstone. This main junction here. This is the only one we're gonna have to make on the whole nether roof, which is gonna be really nice. But then we have all the T junctions. We're gonna have to make one right there, one right over there. We'll actually have to make 2 over here. We'll have to make one right here and one down there. And then technically we'll have to make one somewhere down here. This one goes towards White Bridge, I believe. And then we'll also have to make one way down over there that goes to the desert. But I'm very excited to start working on this and actually see it come to life. My childhood dream of having a whole train system in Minecraft connecting all of my stuff together in my world is actually like so exciting to me. So I'm very, very excited to start placing down these redstone blocks, as much as I don't really want to as well. So anyways, sit back, relax. I don't know if I'm gonna do a time lapse or a montage, maybe a little bit of both, but enjoy it regardless. Alright, Alright, we have successfully set up all of our redstone. All the tracks are laid out. Yay! This actually didn't take me very long. It's a lot of repetitive process and Luckily with like the Lightmatica schematic I was using for all the redstone, I could just like flip and mirror it all, so I didn't have to make a new like schematic or anything like that. So that was very nice. So yeah, we have all of the junctions laid out except for the desert one because it's too far away and I don't want to do it right now. Yeah, we got our main Italian village right here, Nasita. And then we also have White Bridge right there. And then we got the Cyberpunk City. And then all the way down there is the end portal. All the filters are also all set up with their, you know, the correct directions and everything. So now if you're interested in learning how to do all these redstone railings and all the wiring and all the fancy stuff, like you need a proper tutorial. Big shout out to HiMCC. They helped me out with this custom roundabout in the T-junction. And if you want to build this for yourself in your own world, you can join my Discord, link in the description. And I'll have a Lightmatica schematic available for download for you guys. So that is a good reason to join Discord. But now we have to get into the main redstone, the main guts of it. So here in the train station, I've already cleaned up a bunch of the rails here, and we have 2 panels here, but we're gonna get rid of this left one here. We need to start wiring up all the redstone here, and I think I have plenty of room behind here. I think so. It looks like I do. And yeah, it's just it's time to start wiring all this up and setting up the hopper chest and all that fancy stuff. So I guess another little redstone montage to wrap up this project is all that's needed. So I think I'm going to make this panel and then maybe the panel in the Cyberpunk City if I have the time to. But otherwise, I'm just going to do this one panel and we'll be testing out the minecart system officially, which I'm super excited to see come into fruition. All right, here's the official test. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Dude, what? I've not been jumped like that before. That was terrifying. Holy crap. All right, guys. I got all the redstone down. It's time to test it. I am like so excited to test this. Excuse a little bit of the mess right here. I kind of just dumped everything I had in here. Let's look at the redstone. This is the redstone room that I had to clear out. Moved over the beacon and dug this whole thing out. It's a little bigger than it needs to be, which is good to know for future implementations of this whole system. But it's actually crazy seeing all this now in my hardcore world instead of it all being in my redstone world. So this is really exciting to try out. I've not tested anything, but I've loaded up all the hoppers. They all got their chests and everything. Like, this guy's got the minecart chest in there. Then this guy over here, he's got his minecarts in there. And I accidentally just activated it all. The drop chute is all ready. That's all wired up. Everything's powered. And I mean, I think everything is wired up in here too. I double checked everything earlier, but like, I'm just making sure, okay? I don't want any flukes right off the get-go. That would be nice if it didn't happen. So this guy's got the east filter in there. Okay, I think we're actually ready. So I think for our first test, let's go to the Cyberpunk City. Now there won't be any return system because I haven't set up any other control panels and any of these other places. But this is more to make sure that this actually works in our world. So for the destination selectors, I'm gonna try to keep it pretty consistent. So like the red will always be the Sita, which is like our Italian village here, our starter village. And then like I'll try to make it so orange is always White Bridge, Cyberpunk City is always yellow, the end is always green, and these ones are X'd out right now because I don't have other destinations to choose from. And then we also have the desert on the purple one. So I'll try to keep that consistent. And if you're at the location that is, you know, is on the board, I'll try to, you know, block it out so you can't even activate the redstone over there. Just you know, just as a safety precaution for myself and maybe my autopilot tendencies. But I think we're ready to test this. So we're gonna go, yeah, let's go to the Cyberpunk City. I hear stuff happening. Oh my, I'm so excited. Come on. No way. Okay, okay. I'm so giddy right now. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh my god. No way. Dude, oh my, I'm cheesing so hard right now. Oh, this is, uh-oh. Wait, uh-oh. Okay. It worked. No, come back! Where did the chest minecart go? That guy just disappeared. No! Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Wait, where are you going? Okay, where'd the chest minecart go? Oh. So, I mean, it's kind of okay. Very interesting. All right, that's totally planned. Let's try a different location. Let's grab the minecart with the chest and the regular minecart over there. And let's try White Bridge. Let's make sure that works. White Bridge. I need to add some, like, note blocks or something to add a little chime to it. And then, like, when it gets over here, like a little chime to be like, ding, ding. Your ride is ready. Okay, so we got White Bridge and Easton here. So let's hop in. Let's get this party started. Very nice, very nice. Uh-huh. Oh, no way. No, it happened again. I saw that happen again, but we're here in White Bridge. It worked perfectly. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me go back into here. Now, I've noticed this chest minecart. It looks like it goes through the portal, but then it kind of stops. So when you go through nether portals, there's like a 15-second timer where entities can't go through again. And because you're on the because we're on the minecart, it doesn't matter. It counts us as a player. But for the chest minecart, it's probably not within the 15-second marker. It's probably, that probably only took like 10 seconds or so. So I'm betting that this chest minecart didn't go through because of that. So that's something that we'll have to, maybe I'll have to get a mod or something to kind of bypass that, because there's no like game rule for that from what I know. But this seems fully functional. Like, I guess we can try it again with going to the end. So let's run it back. And then we go to the right. And yeah, it still has the north and the end in there. Uh-oh. Oh, interesting. All right, so let's take a look at these rails here. These all look correct. Yeah, look at this. It's supposed to be like this pattern right here. So the most annoying part about this whole system is placing down the damn rails. Yeah, this is wrong right here. But I think we can fix it pretty easily. This is my warning to you. Rails are not fun to place. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it again. So now, if we tried going to the freaking Cyberpunk City again, let's try it again. All right, to the end. Come on, do me work. Nice, very, very, very nice. Okay, and now we should turn left at this junction. All right, we're here. And we turn left. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Yeah, so look, the minecart actually came through this time because it was within the timer. There's our north ticket again. And here's the end. I mean, guys, I'm not going to lie. I think the system is like pretty much 90% complete. All I got to do is set up the control panels and some like destroying systems for these minecarts, like especially when I go to like the end portal. This is pretty exciting. Like it all functions. It seems like it's all working. I know there's going to be some hiccups every so often because I freaking suck with redstone, but I mean, I'm figuring it out. I'm learning. It's all worth it, man. This is so sick. All right, we have one last station to test, and it's actually the desert. Let's see if the desert one will work perfectly. Oh, I love it. I love it. All right, west and desert. Let's freaking go. Driving, and we go straight north. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. Well, I guess we know it's gonna work because I never made a junction all the way down there because I'm not gonna go to the desert anytime soon, and I already made like 4 or 5 different junctions already, I guess. And guys, I think that's all of our freaking redstone done. It's all set in stone. I'll make more of these control panels. Maybe I'll do a little stream and build it on stream. They're not very fun. It's a lot of like colors going on, like look how crazy that looks. But I'll probably do some more on stream. So, keep an eye out if you're new and you're interested in learning more and asking some questions to me. Make sure to join the Discord because I am very active in the Discord, and so is our rest of our community. So next episode, we will be building all of the tunnels for the train system in the nether part. I kept it open for now because I want to make sure that if there's any redstone problems, I can address them without, having to break a bunch of blocks and get around and, scaffolding and all that stuff. So I kind of played it safe, and I'm just going to leave it for now, make sure all the stuff works. And, but everything seems to be functional, which is super hype. So if you really enjoyed the content and you're interested in future episodes of my hardcore world or even previous ones, make sure to get subscribed and join as a member. Anyways, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.